Hey guys, how's it going? I didn't do any much vlogging the last couple of days, but I'm hanging out here with Rob. Rob runs Funwest Sports in Calgary. Rob's sort of not 100% a one-man show, but pretty close to a one-man show.
Pretty close.
Yeah. This is his shop behind me, and we loaded up with trikes, many AZUBs, which is very nice. As a matter of fact, this whole wall is like an AZUB, like a memorial. Not a memorial, that's a bad word to use, like a shrine to AZUB, which is very cool. He's showing me some things. I'm actually filming the video for the shop, which I'll share at the end of this video. You can tell me how it goes. Hopefully you like it. But one of the cool things that Rob does at the shop is he's like a master when it comes to electronics and batteries and things like that.
I've paid Matt very well to say these things.
But he does battery testing, which I don't think, how many of the shops do actual testing here?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's not that common, I know that.
Common.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's kind of specialized, but there's different ways of doing it. I happen just to have a proper battery tester using a couple of 5-amp resistor blocks wired in parallel, so it's a 10-amp draw.
He says that these get so hot, he keeps it on this like cinder block, but like they get so hot you could cook like a 16-ounce steak on them, you know? You should do that. Start up like a restaurant and just start cooking the stuff on the resistors.
We'll have supper tonight. We'll use these to cook some burgers up.
That's a good idea.
And we just have to get it on the battery. Turn the battery on. Turn the key switch on. It's an actual V2 cycle analyst, and we're going to reset this from the last test. This battery's not fully charged. It's only nominally charged at 36 volts. So under load, it's sagging to 35.2 volts. But we can see right here that it's got a 10.57, 10.56 amp draw coming from the pack right now. So this is basically kind of simulating what a motor would be drawing under medium load.
Oh, these are like pulling power so that you can see how the battery works under load.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we just let this run. And sometimes it takes a couple hours for a fully charged battery, depending on the amperage. We're going to let this run until the battery management system, the BMS, triggers the low voltage cutoff, which is about 28 volts, 29 volts. So once it cuts out, this will go blank, but the firmware within the cycle analyst will save this amount that's growing here to the actual capacity of the battery. So for example, if we start with an 18-amp battery, we might get 17 amps or 17.5 amps out of a really healthy battery. But if you got a non-healthy battery, and say we're starting with an 18-amp battery, we might only get 15 amps out of it. But
and by reading this, you can tell the health of that battery system.
Yeah. So
cool.
It's kind of like an automotive load tester, but a little bit more high tech. This can be hooked up to a computer. You can do printouts and stuff like that, but I don't get involved with that.
I mean, have you come in here? Have you had somebody test your battery and they're like, there's something going on with this thing and it's just not giving me the power that I want, and then you test it and you find out that thing has been, way past its prime.
Yeah.
And then you give them a new battery and their motor is like,
100%.
like right back to where it should be.
Yeah, especially range. Yeah, their range will start to suffer, and the pack, and you can always tell a bad pack if they're really bad. The pack will definitely get hot under discharge.
Yeah, I mean, you put a new battery on an existing system, and you can almost make that bike feel like brand new. Yeah. How much does the actual motor wear? Does the battery always go before the motor goes, or is it typically the motor will go before the battery goes?
Depends on the motor.
Yeah.
Direct drive motors last a long time. There's very little for moving parts. Gear type motors, sometimes you could have a planetary gear set failure. Mid drives, depending on the brand, you can have primary drive failures. You can have torque sensor failures, connectivity issues with the display, connectivity issues with the battery. But yeah, it kind of depends on the motor.
Yeah, Rob does conversions. So somebody could come in here with a trike that's like human powered, and you can take it and turn it into an electrified machine.
And two-wheelers. I do two-wheelers too.
Well, as long as they come in with that three-wheeler, then they're allowed in.
Yeah.
We were talking about that yesterday. Where's this picture? Does this picture have any significance? Was that Venice or something with the bike?
Amsterdam. That's just from IKEA.
Okay.
I just wanted to cover up the gas pipe. The gas pipe. Yeah.
That's funny. That's such a iconic photo in such an iconic place, and you've got like a trash bin full of. Yeah. Well, at least it's in the. No, it's not all in the trash. It's actually.
No, it's laying there.
It's actually laying out.
Yeah, I would have. If I would have taken that picture, I would have definitely emptied the trash or edited it out. You know, just did some creative work on the whatever you have to do to. If you shoot it raw, whatever you need to do, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Tandem. She has no arms. That's foot painting. She was born without arms.
So the girl that painted this painted it with her feet.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, she just a token of her appreciation for me getting her out the door, and her and her husband.
That's awesome. I mean, that's beautiful. I wouldn't say awesome.
And she's only been painting for about 4 years. But she comes here and she unbuckles her seatbelt with her foot and opens the car door with her foot. And you shake her hand, you're shaking her foot. Wow. She could, with the help of the tailgate on the truck, she kind of put her foot up and she could unbuckle and buckle her helmet clasp with her toes. Crazy.
And you sold her a tandem?
Yeah. So her husband's the captain, she's the stoker. Yeah, got freedom. I mean, she's married, she has kids. She just happened to be born without any arms. She very, very accomplished. And she goes to the States, and I know for sure to the States where there's like symposiums or like meetings where disabled people that maybe have had an amputation, something like that. And where they're really facing, they're really down and out, they're really maybe even in victim and stuff. And she is a motivational speaker. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob runs his shop out of his garage. It's interesting to see different people run their shops in different ways, you know? Is that okay to say that?
You said Ron.
Rob.
Oh, I thought you said Ron.
No, I think I said Rob.
I'm still really humbled, really honestly. I can't believe I created this from scratch, right?
This company?
Yeah. My own vision, and started with two sad little Trident trikes and then grew it and gradually took on the different brands and whatnot. Yeah, I spent 25 years in the automotive industry, first as a mechanic and then in parts sales, working for different companies as an outside sales rep. And ended up with a workplace injury and had to recover from long-term carbon monoxide poisoning. It took 8 years off, and then I had to reinvent myself. Yeah, I was always intrigued by trikes. I've ridden all my life, and I'd see them on the bike paths, and my market research was just stopping and talking to people. I test rode one time, and I kind of came up with a business plan. I kind of thought, hey, there's an opportunity here. I actually made money in my first year. My overhead here is really quite low, and the write-offs are good. And yeah, it's really kind of humbling that I have created this, and it kind of combined a lot of my own philosophies of helping people and my mechanical background, my electrical background. It just kind of combined everything into one tidy package and took a leap of faith.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to go on a ride. We're going to ride with 15 others, or 15 including us?
Yep, all in 15.
We're going to have a fun ride. Where are we going to ride? It's going to be a fairly flat ride? Or what? Yeah. Describe the ride tomorrow.
We are going to be meeting at Carburn Park in the southeast, and then we're going to be heading south along the east side of the Bow River and then crossing over the river into Fish Creek Park.
I didn't realize this, but Calgary has one of the most extensive trail network, urban trail network, like citywide, in in the North America.
Apparently.
I checked it last night.
Oh, you did verify?
Yeah, I verified it. It's verified. It's verified.
Yeah, no.
Which is pretty wild. Like dedicated cycle paths, you know? We're not going to do the whole thing tomorrow. Just a little bit. But it should be fun. It should be fun. But yeah, this is his shop. So if you're interested in stopping by, you have to schedule an appointment. He does appointments only because he wants to make sure that he focuses on that customer-to-customer interaction, and he doesn't even pick up the phone. So if you're calling and he doesn't pick up, he's probably with a customer.
Fair enough.
Which is good, noteworthy. But yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got it's like a drainage.
It's a dry pond.
Dry pond.
Yeah.
That
it's
is
like an overflow pond.
next to his shop, and it's like ideal for an easy ride next door that you can kind of ride the trike around. You can get a feel for it. It's got some little winds. It's got some ups and downs, and it's got some straightaways. You can punch it for a little bit. He was riding earlier, and I could see him he punched it on that straightaway, and you get a chance to get that feeling for every different sort of terrain situation, other than say gravel. It's nice to work out the Ti-FLYs, that's for sure. We're gonna wash the trike first, but before we go, Rob has this car. It's a Subaru, but he's changed it so that it's a Rust-aru. I love that. I gotta show off the Rust-aru. He has a hoist in his garage that is sort of like an automotive hoist, but he uses it. He's like, just hoist the trike up. It'll be easy to clean it.
We put it on sideways, so
the rear wheel's on one, and then
we're gonna do. Actually, since there's two of us, you pick up that end.
Yeah.
Normally I'm doing this by myself, so we just put it on like so, and then you lock your brakes.
Oh, move.
Oh.
Yeah. I got to get the raising.
Oh shit. Oops.
Okay.
Let's turn the lights on.
Yeah.
Rocking and rolling.
There we go.
We could put you in the trike and you could lift.
Yeah. Raise me up.
It's actually, I've done lots of trike work on this thing. This is what I had before I had a conventional trike stand.
Okay.
It just is a nice platform. You can lay all your tools out and whatever you need to do.
It's like a table.
Yeah,
so you got a table area there. Hey guys, so I'm cleaning up the trike, and the last thing I do when I clean up my trike is I polish it a little bit. And because I hung this trike on the back of my van, I was always nervous about it fading because, a lot of the aluminum coatings, like black will fade to gray, and then the red will fade to pink, and you'll see these things sort of fading. So I was especially worried about my seat because the seat cover is sort of facing up. It's like just facing the sun. And so I was told that this is good stuff. And check this stuff out. It's called 303, and I've used it a little bit so far, and I've used it twice because obviously if it's sitting out, it'll end up wearing, and when you wash the trike again, you can use it again. But it dries like flat, so it doesn't dry with a sticky surface on it, and it really brings out the luster, especially in the plastic parts and even the metal parts. So if let me see if I can show you guys an example. So this is my rear fender, and if you look at it, you can see it's pretty scuffy. It's just over time it sort of gets scuffed up. But if you spray it with this stuff, it looks a little bit like milky. But then you wipe it, and oh my gosh, look at that! I mean, it's almost like factory new. And obviously it's going to dry a little bit and lose a little bit of that shininess, but enough of it stays that you're like, I had somebody walk past the trike. I was at a bike shop, and he's like, that thing looks brand new. I'm like, well, it was brand new once. It hasn't been brand new for quite some time. But yeah, that really does help to kind of keep those plastic components in shape. And I sprayed it on my seat pretty liberally, And once I let it dry, I sat on that seat and none of that waxy coating came off on my clothes, which is something I was sort of nervous about. But I really want to keep the cover, because this is like their AZUB's new cover, and I really wanted to keep it in the condition it is, you know, new. And I was really worried about it, you know, losing that newness. But like, even like my Ortlieb bags, I spray them and, you know, work the material around, and, you know, it just brings back all that glow, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it really does a good job on these anodized parts. It like brings back the glow. They look really nice. And then, like I said, the fenders, you know, I mean, it doesn't make them look brand new. They're still scuff. You can't take away that. But it does bring this luster out, and it stays for quite some time. I spray everything. I spray the frame. I spray the components. I you know, spray the seat quite a bit. And I spray the rims, so I get the rims looking nice and clean. But I can pretty much spray everything, other than, you know, I don't try and spray too much of the chain or the gearing, but, you know, really everything else kind of gets a spray of it. And yeah, I really like it. And like I said, once it dries, you don't really have a residue, so it's not like it's going to be, you know, clinging to any dust as you're going and riding around. That's pretty nice. I've been pretty lucky putting the trike in people's garages when it rains. In the beginning, of course, Tennessee, there was some rain, but I've been like really lucky to put it away, take it off the van, put it in the garage, and all of a sudden it pours rain. So it is raining here. We're driving to see an old friend of mine, Michael, who has been watching and been part of the JaYoe Nation for a very long time. His wife is Chinese. He's got a mixed daughter, and he's a really nice guy. And he's somebody that I've, like I said, talked to for a long time. I'm going to meet him for some burgers if the weather does decide to break, which I think it will. But I'm going to hang out with him. This trip has been really nice for that fact, being able to, like, you know, meet up with some people that I haven't met in a very long time, and also meeting up with some people that I have never met and didn't really know too well, because they watched my videos and they just existed as viewers to the channel. So it's been really cool to do that. Tomorrow we're going to meet a bunch of people, I guess. Some of them are old-time JaYoe Nation crew, and others might be introduced at the ride, and we should have a fun ride. This shop has been, like I said, everyone is different from the previous. And, you know, you go from like sole proprietor sort of businesses where the one guy's running the whole show, sort of like Rob, and sort of like Bobby at Recumbent Bikes of Tennessee. And you have like converted 100-year-old buildings like Fairfield Trikes and the old pharmacy, and David, Connecticut Yankee Peddler, and the 100-year-old theater. And then you've got, you know, well-established like style shops that are like laid-back cycles, and maybe, geez, I wouldn't even put Angle Tech is in a place of their own too, because their shop is pretty unique. But like the Hostel shop, maybe, you know, which we haven't visited yet, but I've seen the Hostel shop before. It's very cool. But and then you got places like this where a guy's running his shop out of his garage and doing pretty well at it. He's got the knowledge, he's got the space, and he figures it out, you know, and he doesn't need anything bigger. He's happy with it, which is very cool. But yeah, we're gonna go meet my friend, have a little food, and tomorrow we'll go for a fun ride. Oh, I gotta keep my hands on the wheel. It is blowing. My van is being sort of pushed around. Tucked away in northeast Calgary, behind this unassuming garage door, is one of the most specialized and heartfelt recumbent trike shops in all of North America. This is Funwest Sports, and behind it all is one man.
Yeah, I spent 25 years in the automotive industry, first as a mechanic and then in parts sales, working for different companies as an outside sales rep. I took my love of cycling. I started when I was 8 years old. It was a long time ago. And I started with 2 trikes and a saddle little wall with about 3 accessories on it. A little bit of luck and a lot of hard work, and created a new life for myself.
Rob Willis isn't your average bike shop guy. He's a Red Seal mechanic, a lifelong cyclist, and the kind of person who wears all the hats. Not only does he own the shop, but he's your personal mechanic. He's your salesman, and he's your personalized trike advisor.
Sometimes folks come in and they really don't know what they want, so you just kind of whittle it down and identify through a series of questions to find out exactly what they need.
Since 2012, Rob's transformed this space into Calgary's premier recumbent dealer and electric conversion shop.
I sell Trident, TerraTrike, Sunseeker, Haze, HP Velotechnic, Ice, and AZUB.
But Funwest isn't just about the gear, it's about the service. Rob does full electric conversions, lithium battery installs, and custom adaptive builds that change lives.
No, I definitely specialize in electric conversions. I not only carry factory-installed Bosch systems and Shimano systems and DAPU, Trident uses DAPU, but I also do installations of hub motor applications through Grin Technologies, direct drive or gear-driven hub motors, programmable controllers, Cycle Analyst, which is your electronic dashboard. I do mid-drive installations from companies like Tongshin, or recently I've taken on 27, which is an offshoot from Tongshin. Sometimes people don't want the factory system, or maybe they want more power, or maybe they want more range, or maybe they want a hub motor system for a specific application. Maybe they can't pedal, maybe they just have a preference for a hub motor. And so I cater to all requests in that regard.
Through partnerships with War Amps, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and the Tetris Society, Rob's helped riders like Tahe Ta, Verna Marzo, and Renee Wade regain freedom, movement, and joy. These aren't just bikes, they're lifelines.
So I'd say 30%, maybe 35% of my clientele is facing a barrier to riding a conventional bike, and a trike is the natural progression.
With over 1,000 kilometers of bike paths, Calgary is a recumbent paradise. And Rob's customers take full advantage, whether it's testing trikes on the track next to his shop or joining group rides throughout the city. This community is rolling strong.
Yeah, I've got a what's known as a dry pond just out the back door here, kitty corner from the shop. So they were kind enough to put a bike path in. So it's a nice test ride area away from traffic. We don't have to dodge cars or anything like that. It's got some nice twisties in it, some corners, a nice straightaway, and a good hill. And yeah, people come up that hill. I always go with them on a test ride. I usually ask them, hey, put it up on the highest power level, come up that hill. And yeah, people are usually giggling up the hill. Yeah, it's a good experience. The trike kind of sells itself at that point.
From lifelong cyclists to newcomers looking for comfort and control, Rob takes the time to fit every rider perfectly. Appointments are one-on-one for a reason. It's all about personalized care. So give him a call and set up a time to visit his shop.
I have a lot of clientele that comes from British Columbia, from all over Alberta, from Saskatchewan. They've driven as far as Winnipeg. So I've shipped as far north as Whitehorse. East is Newfoundland, to a little township called Happy Adventure, Newfoundland. 150 people.
Funwest Sports is more than just a shop. It's a mission. One man, one garage, and 1,000 smiles later, Rob Willis is proving that the best rides don't start with horsepower. They start with heart.
To be making a difference in people's lives, it's very humbling, but yeah, you just sort of rely on your mechanical skills and your ability to put things together in such a way to make things work for people.
Interested in riding something different? Book a test ride at funwestsports.ca.